By the continuation of chapter, some theoretical portion is left. We are going to be discussed ahead. So our topic is corrosion. 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 When a metal attacked by substance around it, such as moisture, acid, etc., is process called corrosion. Right. So you may write like this: when a metal is react or attacked by substance around it, such as moisture, acids, etc. Right, memorize this. We are taking some example also, which is basis on corrosion. Example is reddish brown coating on iron. It is a very normal example we are watching around us. Reddish brown coating on iron. This is example of corrosion. And second example, if you want, I am providing a second example: black coating on silver. So if question is asked you define rancidity, define corrosion and keep example, you have to write the definition. Example anyone you can write in exam. So this is our corrosion: when a metal attacked by substance around it, such as moisture, acid, etc., is called corrosion. And the example is reddish brown coating on iron, black coating on silver. So corrosion, memorize this. Next topic we are going to be discussed today is rancidity. This is a small topic. This definition comes in our exam. So going to be defined rancidity: when fats and oil are oxidized, they become rancid and their smell and taste get changed. Right. So write this definition: when fat and oil are oxidized, they become rancid, and their smell and taste change. This is our definition for rancidity. And for this we are using anti-agents which preserve. So you may write antioxidant are added to food contains oil and fat. Right. This is our definition, or this agent we are using for preservation: antioxidant added in food contain oil and fat. So rancidity is just food containing items, like when fat and oil are oxidized, they become rancid and their smell and taste become denatured or change. Right. So antioxidant are added to food contain oil and fat. This is our idea for definition. And now we are moving towards the question answer session, which we discussed yesterday up to question 4. Today is the turn of question number 5. Be careful, we are discussing question number 5 from NCERT chapter. Question is asking, why is the amount of gas collected in one of test tube in activity 1.7 double the amount of collected in other? So what we had seen in like reaction H2 and O2, it will form like 2 portion of H2, 1 portion of oxygen we are taking, it will prepare a mole of water, right? So this reaction they are showing, if you will write hydrogen plus O2 and this side is H2O, you will get a very clarified picture after balancing this equation. See, this side oxygen 2, so how it you will make 2 multiplying the factor, and then number of hydrogen increased 4, this side only 2, so what you will do, multiply the factor 2. Now it become final our calculation. So water contains 2 parts of hydrogen and 1 part of oxygen. Therefore the amount of hydrogen and oxygen produced during electrolysis process, which we discussed in theoretical portion, water is 2:1. This is 2:1, right beta? During electrolysis, since the hydrogen goes in one test tube, it moved to one test tube, right beta? And oxygen we are connecting with a different test tube, right? So we are taking 2 test tube, one where we are placed hydrogen, another place we are done with oxygen, right? So what we are observing, since hydrogen goes to one test tube, oxygen goes to another test tube, the amount of gas collected in one test tube is double the amount of collected in other, because there is 2 mole and there is 1 mole, or you may say there is 2 times, there is 1 times only. So if it is going, it fill only 1, it just a assumption take, if it fill then its volume is VML, or there is 2 multiple, so its volume is 2 VML. So these type concept you have to memorize. It's quite easy. After balancing the chemical equation, you can easily write your predictable answer and what is its, just we are giving you blueprint how you will go ahead with the question answer idea. Alright, we are looking for question number 6. Question number 6 is saying, why does the color of copper sulfate solution change when an iron is dipped in it? It's very quite easy. Yesterday we day before in theoretical class we discussed this thing. When iron nail is placed in copper sulfate solution, iron displaces, copper forms copper sulfate solution forming iron sulfate, which is green in color. We very clearly discussed in chapter, right? Or this is also example we had shown you in displacement reaction. Iron react with copper sulfate CuSO4, right? It will convert towards FeSO4 plus copper. So what is going on? This sulfate ion exchanged by the different metals, right? If this ion is changed, this is also called displacement reaction. I was taught in chapter, this is copper sulfate. If you want, write the name copper sulfate, and I was discussed what is its color, blue color. It's already done in class beta. So be careful when you are writing the things. And next is iron sulfate. In this iron sulfate, its color is green, right? We discussed in class, so better memorize this green color, right? And simple, this is copper, this simple, this is carbon, iron. So therefore the blue color of copper sulfate solution fade as green colors appear. What is going on? Their copper blue color is converted to green color. This you have to memorize. This is the question number 6 we discussed now. I want to move one more question 7. Question number 7 beta. Look at this question very carefully. Give an example of double displacement reaction other than one in given in activity. Sodium carbonate react with calcium chloride to form calcium carbonate and sodium chloride. It's quite easy. Once you read, easily grab the answer. What we have to do? Na2CO3, this is sodium carbonate, react with calcium chloride, CaCl2. It's quite easy, discussed in chapter. It becomes CaCO3 and NaCl. Correct? And just to balance, because this side you are finding 2 times of Na, so you will make there is also 2 times of NaCl. How finally our reaction going to be balanced. You may want to be write as sodium carbonate. Right? Next is calcium chloride. And next product side is calcium carbonate. And next, apart from this, sodium chloride is another product. So what we are watching, this is example of double displacement reaction. In double displacement reaction, in this reaction what is going on? Sodium carbonate and calcium chloride exchange ion to form new compound. Hence it is called double displacement reaction. These ion going to be changed. See, sodium with carbonate but now become calcium with carbonate. Calcium with chloride now becomes sodium with chloride. So it is completely changed the ion position. That's why it is called double displacement reaction. So memorize this question and think little better. Try to other next question also. We will discuss in next class. Thank you.